Oh, hi folks, and welcome back to another short video of Brummie in the Highlands. I'm down at the Fairy Glen car park at the moment here in Rosemarkie, and I think what we'll do today, we'll just take a quick look through the village itself. Beautiful little village. We'll go and have a wander about. Now, I'm no historian, so bear with me, and we'll just have a wander about, and I'll say it as I see it. Let's go on a little wander about. So we are on the car park at the moment of the Fairy Glen car park. Now the Fairy Glen is along there, and it's a lovely walk through the wooded area. Now glen is the Scottish word for valley, so the Fairy Glen leads that way. Now I will do a video on that at some point, but today we'll concentrate on the village itself, Rosemarkie village. So as I say, we're just in the Fairy Glen car park. This can get very busy in the summer. Very busy in the summer. Very difficult to find parking spaces in Rosemarkie because it is a very small village. Little narrow streets, as you'll see as we go around. Not very warm today. Last time I came out to do one of the videos it was 15 degrees mid-November, but today I was just coming down in the car here and it was just 3 or 4 degrees, so quite a difference. Now you can see how narrow the streets are. One thing I like about Rosemarkie is the little cottages and the houses. They do tend to paint them in quite colourful colours, very happy colours. Again, I'll just say it as we see it. Hopefully it won't be too busy. And you can see the little cottages, stone cottages there on the left. Now the one on the end of this row, I believe, used to be a shop. If anybody knows any different, let me know in the comments. But I was looking back on Rosemarkie High Street through some photographs, even back 100 years ago, and it's still very recognisable. So not much has changed in Rosemarkie. Just ahead of us there, coming into view, you'll see the ploughing. That can be very popular in the summer. This is the house that I think used to be a shop, and that sort of window on the corner there. And there's the ploughing, a very old pub, very popular in the summer. They have like a marquee on the little garden opposite the car park, the main car park in Rosemarkie there by the public toilets. Now the council used to operate the toilets, but that's no longer so. It's done by the community now, and I must say they're making a fantastic job of it because they are very clean. Now just looking across to the right there, that hill, that leads up to Mansbrae. I think we will walk up part of that later because you get the views then over the golf course and Shannonry Point. But there's the ploughing from the side. Not sure how much they open. They used to do meals in the back there. Used to be a restaurant, but I'm not sure if they're doing that now. Now you're starting to get a view now up the main high street of Rosemarkie. Can you see how narrow the streets are? There we go, there's the little garden of the pub and the ploughing itself. Isn't that lovely? That must date back some years. Again, this gets very busy in the summer. Now I'll walk down here. I won't spend too much time down by the beach because I've already done a quick video on that, but this is the main car park here. So again, very busy in the summer. But if you continue to walk down this road, it brings you out onto the main seafront. And the waves are looking fairly big today, crashing away there. We'll go and have a quick look down there, and then we'll continue walking through the high street. So here we are, just coming to the seafront. And you can probably hear the waves there. Spectacular today, it really is, albeit cold. And if we just look across to the left there, I will do a video on that coastline because that takes you to a very spooky area. They found the skeletal remains of a very old, well, they call him the Rosemarkie man. Back in 2016 they found the remains in a cave along that coast. So we'll have a walk up to that cave on the next video and we'll go and see what that's all about. And just in the distance to the left there you'll see Rosemarkie Cafe, Rosemarkie Beach Cafe. Lovely little place, again gets very popular. So you can see the beach stretching all the way around there back to Shannonry Point, and the waves crashing away. Beautiful view. So we'll go and head back up to where we came from and we'll continue on our little walk through the high street. So there we go, there's another view of the ploughing. Back to where, near enough where we started. And so we walked up that road there. We're going to head through the high street now. There we go. Relatively quiet today. Normally it's busier than this. Cars parked either side, which can be difficult. Little shop on the left there, on the right there, sorry, Panacea. It's an unusual shop to have in the middle of a Rosemarkie high street, but it's very popular. Panacea, there we go. I think they have a Facebook page and a website. They sell all things like salt lamps, incense sticks, all that sort of thing. If you're into all that sort of stuff, then give them a look. Panacea. And just over here we're heading up to, and I've got to be careful not to get run over. We're heading up towards Grome House Museum. Now this is quite interesting because this is a little museum that you can come to. Not sure when it's open, maybe worth checking on the website. I'll have a quick look down here. Lovely mosaic tiles there. And there we go, it tells you that the museum at the moment is open Saturday and Sunday, 11 till 2, November the 5th till the 11th of December. Probably open more throughout the summertime. There we go, tells you a little bit about the museum there. It's a very Pictish village and there's lots of Pictish artefacts in the museum. See what I mean about the colours of the houses? Very popular colours. They just brighten things up a bit, I think. What do you think? There's a little village called Och on the Black Isle. Now they've got even narrower streets than this and they line their streets with flower boxes. And that looks really colourful in the summertime. We have a spa shop there, convenience shop. Now that used to be the post office, I think. Could be wrong. Let me know. Let me know if anybody knows any different. And then on the left here, I'll cross the road. And on the left you've got a kilt maker's shop. Now, strange for a kilt maker's shop to be in Scotland. I'm just joking. Of course it isn't. Where else would you get one? The kilt maker's shop here in Rosemarkie. So we're heading through the high street. I wore a kilt once for my son's wedding. I was a bit apprehensive to start with, but I've got to be honest with you, I found it really comfortable and really warm. So I've crossed the road again now towards the end of the high street there, the main high street. And we're We'll just take a look to our left here, because this is another road that leads us down to the seafront there. There we go, you can see the sea. I think we'll take a wander down this one as well. Why not? There's a little bistro at the end of this road called Crofters. Again, very popular in the summer. We'll go and find out if it's still open in the winter. So here we are, just coming to the edge. Again, the waves. Quite high today. And you've got Crofters on the left, that little bistro I was talking about. Open daily, 10 till 5. So that's good. Can't resist another look at the sea, can we? And the beach. There you go. You might be able to see the waves now, crashing away there. Now that building there on the hill behind Crofters, that used to be a care home, nursing home, I think. And they, pre the lockdown, they converted it all into these luxury apartments. They made a lovely job of it. I must admit, we'll go and take a quick look at that as we walk back up the hill towards the high street. There we go. These are all luxury apartments now. What lovely views they've got. I certainly wouldn't mind living there, looking out over the sea there. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? So we'll head back up towards the high street. We'll go and have a look around up there. Now, if anybody's been to Rosemarkie, I'd like to hear what they think of it. Just drop me a comment. As I say, I'm no historian, so I just say it as it is. It's nice to know new things. Now, the road ahead of us there, that's called Manspray, leads up to Manspray, but it's going to get busy if we do that. So we'll head up to Manspray, but we'll do it the other way. So I'll head back down towards the car park where we came from and walk up the side road, which will take us to the same place. There we go, we've got another view of Rosemarkie. As I say, not much has changed, even when you look back at photographs 100 years ago, apart from the cars, obviously. There's photographs with kids playing out in the street and things like that. But you'd soon recognise it. Nothing's changed at all. Just on the right there, you've got the entrance to the Church of Scotland, Fortrose and Rosemarkie Church down there, which takes you through the graveyard. In fact, I think you can actually walk through the graveyard, down the steps and back onto the beach, onto the seafront there. I've not done it for a while, but certainly you used to be able to do that. Across the road again. Another shot of the Graham House Museum there. And the plough again in front there. Okay, so I've just turned left off the high street up an alley. This will take us in the direction of Manspray, and straight ahead of us we've got the Gordon Memorial Hall. That's the community centre there, community hall. That's where all the voting's done and things like that. Sometimes they have a party in there. So we'll head up the brae. Now, brae is the Scottish word for hill. And we're going to head towards Manspray. Now, Manspray, Manse again is like a mansion. Big house on the hill, that's where we're heading for. and I'll show you the big house when we get there. Once we get to the top of the hill, we'll look a lot across to the left, and we should get some spectacular views of Shannonry Point and the beach, the golf course. So we're starting to get some good views now as we go higher. The old smithy on the left there. Whoops, I better move. There we go. And you can see just down there the kilt makers that we were at earlier. And there's the church, looking out over the water. And we'll keep climbing. Keeps us fit, this job. There we go, another lovely view there. You can see in the distance now Shannonry Point. That's where the people gather for the dolphin spotting, if they're lucky. It does happen, they do come there. Some lovely houses. Now we're just more or less at the top of Manspray. Another cracking view. In the distance you can see the chimney of the old Norboard factory bellowing out its steam. I don't think it's called Norboard anymore, I think some other company took it over, but I've never not seen a day when that steam is coming out. It's always coming out, 24 hours a day. Lovely place to live. And those views are spectacular, aren't they? So we'll just keep walking up here. And then eventually we come to the end of Rosemarkie. There's a gap then from the end of, or the beginning of Rosemarkie, whichever way you're coming from. There's a gap then between Rosemarkie and Fortrose, which is the next village. That's another village we need to have a look around at some point. So just at the top of Manspray here, there's lots of new builds being built, new houses. You can see there to the right. You hear the hammering and banging and the diggers. Now, when people hear about new developments, we all get a bit spooked, don't we, and wonder what the hell they're going to look like. But I have to say that the new ones that they've built, the first phase, which we'll go and have a look at now, are not bad at all. I'm pleasantly surprised because they've tried to keep the houses in keeping with the rest of the village. So they are painting them in different colours, and they do look like old-fashioned houses, I think. That's my personal opinion. Again, if there's anybody watching from Rosemarkie or Fortrose or wherever, anyway, tell me what you think. Drop me a comment. But to me, I think they're not too bad. I'll let you decide. We're getting closer to Manspray, and I'll show you the manse, the big house, remember. I wouldn't fancy the heating bills. So we're getting closer to the first phase of the new builds now, and you'll see them on the right here. You can just see them coming into view now. This was all a field not that long ago, apart from this house here on the right. That's been here a long time. But there we go, there's the new houses just coming into view. Now at first they look like normal traditional new builds, but I think for me it's the colours that they're painting them in that makes it a little bit different. You can see one up ahead there that's like this peachy pinky colour. But I think they look nice. And when you enter Rosemarkie, they're not an eyesore like some of the new estates that you get these days. Legoland. They don't look like Legoland. Now I'm just panning round to the left. Can you see that big house in the distance there? That's the manse. You can see how many chimneys that's got. So that's got lots of rooms there. It's a very big house. So that would have fantastic views over the sea there. But there we go. There's the new houses just coming into view. I'm not being paid by the developers, by the way, to say this. It's just my personal opinion. I don't think they look too bad. Just pan around again in a second. Now this is the road that leads into Fortrose, the other village I was talking about. That car slowed down then. I think she thinks I'm a police officer with a video camera, with a speed camera. Thought she was going to stop and say hello for a minute, but I think she thought I was a cop. Why a traffic policeman would be dressed in bright blue, I'm not sure, but there we go. And there we go. I'll give you another look at those houses. Just a quick view there. They don't look too bad. Okay, I mentioned manse spray. Well, there's the old manse. Look at that for a building. Just imagine the view they've got there from the top window. I'll try and lift the phone up a bit. There we go. Manse, the old manse. And this is manse spray. Looking down into the village again, you can just see the top of the church as we come down the hill. And I'm not sure if you can hear that banging and popping in the background, but that's Fort George. What they're doing there is training the troops. It is live ammunition sometimes. And that's what you can hear in the background. That's happening more and more often these days. But there you go, the view from the old manse. Head back down. Another view of the sea. And just take a look in the distance to the left of the shot there. You will see that care home, which is now those luxury apartments I was talking about. And then as I pan round to the right, you might catch a glimpse of Shannonry Point, just in the distance there, under the tree. There we go. And then this path basically takes you back down into Rosemarkie village. Now that's a very tight bend that you can see ahead there, a very tight right turn, and lots of accidents happen there. Not long ago we had a double-decker bus come into contact with a camper van on that very corner. Luckily nobody was injured, but that just shows you how blind that bend is. So if you are coming to Rosemarkie, especially when you get to that bend there, just keep it down, keep your speed down. You never know what's coming round that corner. So I've just approached that corner now. You can just see how blind it is, and the footpath is so narrow, just one person can walk on this at a time. So if there's people coming the other way, you have to do a bit of a dance, I think. And so we're back down into the main village. To the left there we're back in the high street, which leads you down to the Plough pub again. And then the road ahead takes you down to the seafront. Well, thanks again folks for watching another quick video of Brummie in the Highlands. If you've enjoyed it, click the subscribe button. That will keep you informed of any future videos. Press the little bell button, that will give you a ping every now and again. And also hit the like button. If you've got any comments, please give us a call or drop us a line. You can message me on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page now, Brummie in the Highlands. So have a look at that. I'll post some photos on there and drop links to videos. So until the next time folks, thanks for watching from Brummie in the Highlands.